it's live right now. Alright, let's start. Alright, let's start sharing. Happening now. And for some reason, just like in the past hour, my computer's been a little laggier than usual, but still functioning. Oh wait.
You sure it's not your internet connection maybe?
Um. Uh. Positive. It's not my internet because it's the looks like it's the user interface of it's the user interface of the computer. Okay. All right. You
Alright, I
share.
already sent it to 90 days group, self-esteem, and then um, the TVG group.
Okay.
I'm gonna do I'm gonna do COJ next.
Okay. Share option. All right. Here's more options. More options. Sharing groups. Okay. Instinct. Okay. Let me share to all these groups. So I just got in Cyberpunk 2077 today is
Oh, how is it?
fucking badass. That's just like I spent way more time on the character creation than I probably should have. Trying to get everything precise,
You lagged a bit there.
length and girth and everything. And also what I did is I sent a homegirl. I asked a homegirl of mine. It's like, hey, can you can you take a look? Can you give me a second opinion on this character I'm creating? Because we have this group chat, and me with guys and girls, and the guys in the group chat um we're talking about Cyberpunk 2077, and the girls didn't know anything about it. So I asked her if I can get her opinion on my character. So there's a version where your character can just be nude and have boxers on. First, I sent her that one, and she said my character looked more Hispanic than Asian. And said, "Oh," then I go,
Whoa.
"Oh, how about this one?" And then I sent her the one with the penis in it, and then she freaked out. And plus, she was at work too.
Nice.
She is
Nice.
a teacher for first grade students.
Even better.
That's why at first I asked her. "Are there any kids around you?" And she said no. So her response was oh my gosh, actually NFSW. I was like, not suitable for women.
I see what you did there. Oh, that's great.
So far it's like everything's and like everything is crisp and clean. Well, I'm playing on the PS5, so and plus there's like really no load times whatsoever. Okay, all right. Okay, now let me start those uh, watch parties, and I'll be done. Uh, alright. Go. Are there any viewers yet?
Let me check.
Well, like,
Oh yeah, we
yeah,
got we got 7 right now.
we have what?
We have 7
Oh, damn.
or
All right,
5.
all right, all right. Hold on, everyone. We're about to get started. Just we're just sharing around the video to everyone so we can get all our viewers in. And if you want to support us, share the video around. Also, if you know anybody that'll be interested in the topics that we're talking about, tag a friend. How many more minutes is left in the timer?
Like 0.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. Almost done. Dude, I never knew working on top of packing and moving by myself would be like so, I guess, strenuous and tedious. It's like I've been going like every day. I've been going through like a small section of my places, packing and organizing things. Like it's harder. It's harder for me because I I like to organize and categorize everything
Mm-hmm.
before I pack it up. I just don't throw it in there. It makes unpacking easier. Like all my clothes, I have hung up. I have it all hung up, and like all jeans are together, all shirts, short sleeve shirts together, all tees are together. So, but I have a lot of clothes, so that's the hardest part. My closet itself took me like 2 days.
Ew.
All right, last one. Okay. All right, all done.
Actually, for some reason, I didn't see my post come up on COJ, so I don't know what happened there. But
Oh shit.
let's see. Everyone, be going live again.
Um. Okay. All right. All right. Try it one more time, and then we'll get started. We have
Yep,
six.
posting now.
We have 6 viewers. All right. For those six of y'all who are watching right now, hopefully more. Today we're a little preview. Today we're talking about the extinction of movie theaters because of what happened earlier this week. Stay tuned. We'll let y'all know. It was either very consumer friendly decision, or that will work out for us next year, but maybe not so much down the line. And then you can get paid $1,500 to take the vaccine, and
Dollar bills, y'all.
and there is some fishy business going on in Florida from a COVID data scientist home that got raided.
But
So,
then again, fishy stuff always happens in Florida. Let's be real.
oh yeah.
No offense to the Floridians, but you guys know what's up.
All right, all right. Did you try to repost it on COJ?
It's on now.
Okay. All right, you ready to get started?
Indeed. Let's do this.
All right, in five, four, three, two. What is up, beautiful peoples of the internet? Welcome to the last TBG Spills the Tea of the year. We are winding down. We got Christmas coming.
Dude, you lagged so bad when you said that.
Huh? I what?
You lagged so bad when you said that.
Oh. Oh, I think I did that on purpose.
Oh, sure you did.
Oh.
Welcome back to TBG Spills Some Tea. Could be green tea, could be Earl Grey. Up to you.
Well. Today usually I would have some alcohol, but I've been moving, so I haven't had time to re up, and I can't really get buzzed or drunk because I need to be grinding and packing every day. So I
So
got to.
today, everyone, tonight we have an episode of TBG Spills the Water.
Yup. My buzz today is being brought to you by H2O, the essence of life. Ah.
Literally what we're made of.
Yep. Alright. So like I was saying, like next week I'll be moving on the 15th, so I'm not sure if my new place is gonna have internet or I'll be unpacked in time to host it on Thursday. And the week after that, it's gonna be Christmas Eve, and the week after that, it's gonna be New Year's Eve.
It's New Year's Eve.
Yeah. So, and plus the next year is coming along. We're gonna have working on a new format. To spice things up, to mix things up. New year, new year, new channel, new content, and keep things fresh. So I'll be thinking about how I'm gonna do that within the next couple weeks. Reflect on.
Yeah, my workplace is sending me back to second shift, working 4 o'clock to 12:30. So most likely I won't be able to make any more lives.
But
Fortunately.
unfortunately, but I told him if you ever get some free time, he wants to do something like this, let me know. Let me know. We can easily jump on and go live. It's not that hard to
Most definitely.
find some articles. For all you know, 2021 might be a lot more interesting than 2020. Hope not, though.
Maybe too interesting.
But yeah, we might still be getting some repercussions of 2020. So hopefully some good articles. But you ready to jump right into it?
Let's dive right in. Theaters, here we go.
All right. So what did you what do you miss going to the theaters? Were you a big movie goer? Pre-pandemic.
Yeah, to a degree. I mean, there were certain movies that I definitely had to, definitely go see.
Oh, like what? Like, I can tell you the Marvel movies I needed to watch in theaters. That's just for an experience.
Do you know the movie 1917?
1917?
Yes.
I heard about it. I heard it was really good, but I never got around to it.
Yeah, it was a really, really well-made World War I movie that they made it look like as if they filmed the whole thing with no cuts.
What?
So if you watch the movie carefully,
Uh-huh.
there's actually they make it look like they made no cuts in between.
So is it a type of cinematography where it's like it looks like they're like it's just one camera, single. I know what you're talking about. I remember another movie that had the same cinematography. I can't describe it, but it looks like it's like one shoot, right?
Yep, exactly.
And they did that with a war movie. Damn.
Yeah, they did that with a World War One movie.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, for record, like just think about the landscape of World War One.
Uh,
So France pretty much shot to hell with by artillery and all. There's a crap ton of artillery craters.
mhm.
There are a crap ton of trenches, which begs me to wonder what kind of logistics did the production have to do to take into account of, you know, that much environment to navigate through
I
in
don't.
order to keep track of the actors, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I would figure it takes a lot of practice and preparation. So so there wouldn't be any. There wouldn't have to be too many do overs. So, but I mean, but
I would
uh
as a joke I've seen online that that if somebody screwed up during one of the takes, they have to start all the way back to the beginning of the movie.
oh shit.
So let's say like they're at like one of the final scenes and they literally did film the whole movie in one take,
Uh-huh.
but then somebody screws up, so now they have to start the movie from the beginning.
Oh, I wonder if that actually saves them money or costs them a lot more because they actually have to redo it from like a longer redo.
I think they have to. They have to. It would have to cost them a lot more.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it takes a lot more skill coming from everybody, coming from everybody too, especially from the camera guy.
But yeah,
Yeah, not
but
like
yeah. In regards to what you're saying, like with the theater thing and all,
yeah.
um, this year I've only seen two movies in theaters. One was a movie called Peninsula, which is it's a sequel to the Korean zombie film called Train to Busan.
Uh-huh.
So I went to see that in theaters. That was really good. And then I went to see an anime movie called Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel Part 3.
In theaters?
And yeah, that was in theaters.
Oh,
Or
I didn't
some
know they had
theaters
anime in
rather.
theaters. Oh, I guess not. I guess not down.
It for New England at least. For New
Oh,
England at least, it's very limited in showing.
hmm.
Typically for anime movies they only put showings in like the big cities. So I
Okay.
would expect Houston, for example, would
Yeah, I
have
mean Houston's pretty big.
showings like that.
I mean, I guess I never really looked.
Because I mean, what's the population of Houston?
I don't know. Too big. It's about to get a lot bigger because everybody's moving down here.
Because I mean, here in where I'm from, like in my hometown,
Uh huh.
only 30,000 people live here,
Damn, that's not that many people.
and then the next town over from me is like I think 8,000.
Oh shit, we got more. We got more people than y'all in a couple of square blocks.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like what I miss about the theater is okay. So recently, the theater experience, they had to upgrade the experience to compete with. I mean, to compete with like piracy, to compete with street like Netflix because Netflix is free, and they have good movies on there, and to compete with all the
and they have to
streaming.
try and be in line with the COVID-19 procedures and
Yeah,
as well as social distancing.
but like now the theaters over here they have pods that you can sit in. So they're like real these really nice leather comfortable chairs that reclines when you press the button. And like has a nice headrest. You can order food. You can order like nice fancy dining food from where you're sitting. They serve alcohol.
Oh,
So
fancy.
so they, so they're really trying to compete. I mean the prices. I mean it went up. It's like average price over here is like $18 a ticket.
Oh
And
Jesus Christ!
yeah,
Why?
yeah, $18
Like
ticket.
dude, that's the price that I paid for your average movie ticket when I lived in Japan. It was 1,800 yen, which I
How much is
mean
that
in
American?
rough, well, which in like from yen to the US dollar, it's like approximately 100 yen per US dollar. So
Okay,
that's like 18 bucks.
okay, but like,
It's not cheap.
were the theaters nice over there? Does it seem, I guess, like a luxury experience?
No. So if you know what it's like to, if you know what it's like to see a movie at like Regal Cinemas,
Uh huh.
it's more or less similar to that. Or it's like, or sorry, let me rephrase that. Um, if you know what Regal Cinemas is like, Regal Cinemas is better
Mm.
by far.
Oh, what? So let's see. So like also like what I'm thinking of is, well, Rico Cinema. I don't know. AMC over here is it's pretty low class. It's kind of ghetto. So I don't know how the AMC's over there are, but yeah, I guess I would.
AMC's are pretty nice.
Oh, no, I'm guessing just the AMC I go to then. But then there's also this place called iPick. The tickets there are like $50. But it's again,
Oh Jesus.
yeah. But this is also like a way, like a very luxury place. And I don't know. The last time I went there, I didn't order that much food, but the food turned out to be $80. But it is set in like a really nice
$80.
area. He's a really rich one. So, and I remember the place was like 5 stories high. So that's probably why I'm probably paying the taxes for like everything else that they had in there, because they had like
Yeah,
nice
that's
restaurants.
expensive.
Yeah, but 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 like, so now, because of the pandemic, like recently I upgraded my home theater system. I have like a you ever heard of 3D Atmos? It's like,
Isn't that isn't that kind of like surround sound but like on steroids?
yeah, so you can hear audio going like over your head, behind you. Yeah, so I use two Apple HomePod speakers, which Apple just enabled 3D Atmos audio on there. So just two of those speakers in front of the TV, and you can hear, just like, let's say a plane is flying over you, right? You'll hear the audio go just like right over your head. You're like, and the first wow moment I got in it. Did you ever watch Beauty and the Beast? The new one.
The one with Emma Watson?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually I did.
There's a
Surprisingly.
scene. There's a scene on there where they're dancing in the ballroom, uh, and I can actually hear the chandeliers like above me, jangling away. That's
Do you have an upstairs?
huh? Yeah, I have it upstairs, but I was watching it downstairs,
Oh,
but
okay.
but yeah, you can literally hear that. Or if somebody's,
That's a bit creepy though.
it is. That's why I said it's unreal, and it's really, you have to just experience it yourself. Or if like some in the movie somebody's walking behind you, you can hear that person walking behind you. It's like literally virtual surround sound. It goes up to like 9.1, because like there's more like virtual speakers above you and behind you. But I mean, a lot of people have been upgrading their home theaters because, all right, check this out. Just last week, so AT&T, they had bought out Time Warner, right? And Time Warner, they make a lot of movies, and they have a couple of really good movies coming out next year. Matrix 4, Dune, Suicide Squad, and on Christmas Day of this year, Wonder Woman, 1984 was it? Yeah, Wonder Woman 1984,
Yeah, yeah, I think
and
so.
they're saying that all of their movies coming out in 2021 are gonna come out for free to the subscribers of HBO Max, which AT&T also owns. So the movie industry is kind of pissed right now because it's going out to the subscribers, and they're not going to be making that much money out of it. And
Well,
AMC,
yeah, I mean, the Great Plague is ruining a lot of people's businesses and livelihoods,
yeah,
and a lot of major industries.
and
Can't forget
also
to mention that.
NBC Universal, they're like they come out with a lot of movies too. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now, but the way they're doing it is they usually have pre-pandemic the movies would have a 90-day window to be in theaters before they can go anywhere else. They're shortening that to 30 days, and after that it can go on other platforms. But I like the consequence of that is that movie studios aren't going to be getting that much money. So the production value in the future won't be that high. So
Ah,
how, how do you feel about that?
yeah, this is above my pay grade to really come up with like a legit idea of how they can solve this, because it's like, I mean, ever since like social distancing became a thing, I'm like, damn, how are restaurants going to survive? Because it's like, um, I forgot who it was in charge that came up with the idea, what department of the government, but basically, like the idea that you have to essentially split your seating tables in half just to like being guidelines within the guidelines of social distancing.
Like so,
It's like
are you saying like let's say a table holds four people, only two people can sit there?
um no, so for example, like with dining rooms and then
Yeah,
table setups,
yeah.
I think basically a lot of places have to at least for dining,
Hmm.
they have to reduce their amount of tables.
Oh, okay, so like a capacity rate.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
And so as for like the movie industry, it's like, damn, I don't know how what they're gonna do to survive, because I mean, I enjoy going to the movie theater for that occasional movie, you know?
yeah. I mean, it's what I used to do on Friday nights. And every Friday night, I would find me and like whatever friends or homegirl, we would find a good movie to go watch. And
Yeah,
even
and
if there wasn't any good movies out, we'd go check out, see what other movies that might seem interesting. Who knows? We might like it. It was an experience that we go there for. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a fun social experience too.
yeah.
The one thing I really miss, or sorry, not miss, the word I'm looking for is really, well, I really want to go to is to those drive-in movie theaters.
Oh yeah, that would be
I
that would be
really
a good
want to do
idea.
that.
Yeah, yeah. I've always wanted to go to a drive-in. That is if movie theaters were like that, if there were more of those could be open. That's
Actually,
social
yeah, I
distancing
just
right there.
thought of an idea. So they could a bunch of the major movie theaters like AMC and Regal.
Mm-hmm.
What they could do is that they could switch over to drive-in movie theaters. That way you have that way you have social distancing
Mm-hmm.
procedures in place, but also you can get a decent amount of people to actually go as well
Hmm.
because
And
people are going to be in their cars, you know.
yep. Yeah. And well, and plus, I would guess that they wouldn't need as much of a building, and they'll just like need outside screens, so they
Yeah.
wouldn't be maintenance on a building.
Did you know that Regal Cinemas had to temporarily close down their theaters, like all of them
Oh,
across the country?
like, even in those cities that's not locked down. Damn, why?
Dude, we don't have lockdowns really here in New Hampshire, and like they still shut their location down.
Yeah, I guess because there hasn't been enough business for them to be sustainable. They can't pay their bills.
I guess so.
So and yeah, and it was like AMC and somebody I forgot his name was like John Nolan or something, like I think it was a CEO of AMC. Like he was in an uproar about it and said that he had said that this was basically the beginning of the end of the movie theater industry, uh,
Yeah,
and especially the movie and especially for movie studios too. If they're not getting paid that much, they don't have an incentive to make like big major blockbusters. So
yeah.
this could be the rise of indie films.
It could be the it could honestly be the rise of well, Netflix even more than they already are. HBO, Hulu, etc. Because
Or
I mean, the way I see it is that if the movie theaters are going to close out, I mean, what's that going to leave? That's only going to leave like major streaming outlets like the aforementioned platforms.
yeah, and and so they like HBO Max. I didn't really think much of it before this article, but being that AT&T Warner Media's now is going to release every single one of their 2021 movies, uh, directly to HBO Max. That's going to make it a good competitor for Netflix. So so Netflix, I'm going to assume to combat that, they're going to go make a deal with other other movie studios to have their movies go directly to them.
Mm-hmm.
And Disney already got their own movie studios, and they tried it with Mulan. I mean, given Mulan got a lot of criticism and the ratings weren't that high, they haven't released their numbers yet on how many people paid that $30 to watch it. But now it's free. Now, well, not free if you're a subscriber. You can watch Mulan on Disney Plus, and you don't have to pay that $30
Yeah.
anymore. And I have watched this YouTube video about Marvel. They have 10 movies coming out next year because a lot of the movies that were supposed to be released this year was pushed back to 2021. So all of those 10 movies are gonna go directly to the Disney Plus, and in some form of fashion. So there goes all of the really good movies, all the blockbuster hits that people usually go to theaters for, going directly to streaming services. And
Yeah, it's gonna make people even more isolated too, which I mean, I guess, yeah, you're doing a good job of it.
so I don't know. I feel like we're giving a eulogy for the movie industry right now.
Yeah, I mean, look at how Blockbusters was once Netflix came out.
Yeah, yeah. Blockbuster was a household name. So and kids nowadays don't know what a blockbuster is. And Blockbuster, like I used to on Friday afternoons after school, I used to go to walk to Blockbuster, rent a video game and a movie for the weekend, and and
Oh, I missed that.
yeah, every Friday that would be my weekend. Well, when I was in high school, but yeah, so those days are gone. It looks like our movie theater going day is gonna be gone. So AMC, I'm gonna say AMC, Regal, look into the VR industry because there's already people watching movies in VR.
Well,
It's
the problem with VR is that VR right now, the technology is still very new and it's still really expensive.
no.
So the
Uh,
barrier to entry is going to be a bit high.
$300. $300. I have an Oculus Quest 2. Well, I got the $400 version, but the barrier of entry is $300. Mark Zuckerberg's goal is to get 2 billion get a VR headset into 2 billion homes. Mark Zuckerberg owns Oculus.
What's it called? Um, what's the resolution?
The
Is it like
resolution
in
is
1080p or
really good. The resolution on the Oculus Quest 2 is 90 frames per second. Uh,
90
yeah,
frames per second?
90 frames per second.
Wow, that's really good actually.
Yeah, it's and they have theaters actually set up in VR and that you can go watch with other people, who's watching that same movie. So like the app is called Big Theater. So people can buy a ticket and go watch a particular movie at a particular time. And these are like new movies coming out. So that's one thing. So that's one avenue they have. It's just that there's not enough people that has VR headsets right now. But there is a cheap barrier of entry that AMC and Regal can look into. On top of your great idea of drive-in theaters.
Yeah. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I technically don't know how feasible doing the drive-in movie theaters is
Uh,
going to be.
so AMC, Regal, if y'all need some business strategists to help y'all plan things out in the future, save y'all company, head us
We'll
up.
take 5% of the cut.
Yep. Oh,
We get 5% of the profits.
we both have business degrees. Let y'all know. All right, all right. Ready for the next article?
Oh, to the next one.
Okay. All right. So how are you feeling about vaccines right now with everything going on? I mean, like how confident are you in these vaccines?
Depends on the vaccine. If we're talking about, um, you know, a vaccine for tuberculosis, hell yeah, of course I'm going to take it. It's
I
been
mean,
proven,
COVID
it worked.
vaccine, like specifically the COVID vaccine. How you feeling about its progress right now?
Um, Not great, especially since this is a very rushed vaccine, and vaccines in the past have taken like decades to develop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like basically the clinical trials are rushed. The sample size aren't going to be as big as they should be. Like let's say like normally a sample size, I don't know the exact number, but it would be like up in the high millions. I highly doubt that our sample size has gotten to that big. And who knows, the first vaccine we take, but we might be cured of COVID, but we might lose all of our hair. Hey, I don't mind though. I'll take that vaccine if I lose my hair.
You willing to lose the eyebrows, the mustache,
Mm.
the what is it, 5 o'clock shadow you got there?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I need my eyebrows. I get That's part of what makes me
Dude, it's okay. You can just get a tattoo of your eyebrows, or just use a like a marker.
Oh, that is true. I know a lot of ladies that do get that done. I mean, I already got my eyebrows threaded. They're like every other week. So getting him tattooed in wouldn't be too far of a stretch. But but so you're not that confident in it. I'm not that confident in it unless it's like hair I'm losing. Then it's all good. But also, I mean, this might seem a little off topic, uh, you'll see why afterwards. Do you think that stimulus check that we got helped out when it came in?
Sorry, you broke up there when you said that.
I'm saying, do
Did
you
you
think our
say that?
all right? The question was, do you think our
Go ahead.
stimulus check helped out when we got it earlier this year? Oh, and shout
For
outs
like
shout outs
for
to
like a
Sam.
couple
What
weeks.
from the comments? All right, what do you say?
For like a couple weeks maybe, and then because everyone pretty much, I'd say mostly like, want to say like more than three-quarters of the population probably paid extra for food.
Oh, yeah,
They
like
probably either went out to eat a lot or they stocked up on food a lot, was the trend that I saw.
um, like with me. I mean, I already get food stamps. What I did, I took my stimulus check and I invested in like all of my like equipment, like video equipment, so I can do YouTube and make other videos. Do video editing for other people. So it was kind of like kind of a business investment, so I can use it in the future. But
Mm-hmm.
but from what I know, it's kind of hurting. It kind of hurt our economy because it lowered our American dollar. It's like we printed out more
Yeah,
money.
because for the first stimulus, we had to print out like how many billion?
Uh, Specifically, I think it has said to be 250 billion.
Yeah, and think about the way like our dollar is in terms of how it's supported. It's not supported by anything at all. It's not backed up by gold or anything.
Mm-mm.
So it's backed up by the idea that it's um by the idea of scarcity.
Yeah,
So the more money that we print out, the more money we're pumping into the economy, but that also decreases our purchasing power too.
yeah. I
So that's why inflation's going to keep going up.
Yeah. It's like, hold on. Shout outs to Sam in the comments. Love you too, man. Hey, see you next Tuesday. You helping me move. But all right. Think of it like this. Let's say like a collectible, right? A rare, let's say a Pokemon card, like a rare Pokemon card. If there was a rare Pokemon card has a high value to it,
True.
but if you print out more of that Pokemon card, it wouldn't be as rare, so the value of it goes down. I think that's the best analogy. That's the best analogy I can put out there or come up with. But yeah, and that's just our American dollar. So in comparison to we're also comparing our American dollar to the dollars of other countries. So if
Yeah.
if our in comparison, if our dollar isn't as rare as the dollar of other countries, we're not as valuable. Our currency isn't as valuable as the money of other countries. So it makes us poorer. Ultimately, it makes us poorer than other countries.
I think we need to try solutions other than stimulus, because printing out money it's honestly just going to make our dollar worse, and therefore things are naturally going to be more expensive.
Oh yeah, not immediately, because when they print out that money, the value of things doesn't go up immediately. It helps you make that purchase or pay for that rent right
Oh
then.
yeah, we're not going to see any changes immediately, but my point is that this is going to bite us in the ass in the future.
Yeah, but at that time, it's the politicians was just thinking, this is like a band aid solution. If that's going to be future Americans' problems. Uh,
Yeah, this is more like a band-aid solution over a ripped off arm that's bleeding,
so
is the way I see it.
so basically, putting another band-aid on there wouldn't help, huh? What?
Well,
So
yeah, I mean,
no matter how big that band-aid is, but okay. Here's why I asked those questions like back to back. So so
before we
John.
went on that long tangent.
Oh yeah, we tend to do that. But so John Delaney, he's a congressman who actually ran for president this past election. He's proposing that when the vaccines do come out, that every American who takes the vaccine will get a $1,500 stimulus check. And all they got to do is when they take the vaccine, they'll be given a number, and they'll register their Social Security with that provided number, and they'll receive that $1,500. And their goal is to get 75% of our American population to be vaccinated, and they think that's going to be the cure. How America's going to be saved. So to give it a monetary incentive. Now, he also said that other countries like Mexico are giving, and India are giving incentives such as groceries for getting vaccinations, and I forgot what other country is there requiring students to get vaccinated to go to school. So, and I know right now there's a lot of conspiracy theories behind these vaccinations and anti-vaxxers. So, which we'll get more into a little later. But that's what's going on. That's what's going down. They said it's going to cost $300 billion for if we attach vaccinations to the stimulus check, which is going to devalue our American dollar even more.
That's very suspicious that they would tack on $1,500.
Hmm.
Politicians don't do things without reason.
or
They're
or without self
The
benefit.
way I see it is that, like, somehow I'm pretty sure pharmaceuticals are gonna be able to profit off of this, but I don't know how.
So I
I'm
was
kind of diving into conspiracy theories now,
yeah.
but
So I was also given a stock tip from someone that other than right now Amazon and Tesla to invest in, look look and see who provides the chemicals to these vaccines. Like what publicly traded company provides the chemicals to these vaccines, and invest in those, because when these vaccines go public, like their business is gonna blow up. Little stock tip for y'all watching.
uh, I don't know.
Uh,
The way I see it is that it seems really suspicious that they're willing to pay people
Hmm.
to take a very rushed vaccine that has had what I would consider an insignificant size of like a testing size. You know
Mm,
what I mean?
yeah. So
Because I mean, if I recall correctly, some of the symptoms, it gives you like fever, severe chills, and basically it makes you super
yeah,
uncomfortable for like
loss of
a few days,
smell,
right?
loss of taste. I got a close homegirl right now that just tested positive, and she's extremely healthy. She eats healthy. She exercises every day. You know, she goes mountain climbing, but she tested positive for it, and she's getting all the symptoms and getting it bad too. So, but I'm not. I guess, and I know a lot of other people who do not live healthy lives and don't get it. But that's random. I'm deterring. I'm digressing. But yeah,
Yeah,
I don't.
but
Which
I don't know. There's just so much behind um this whole handling of COVID-19 that I don't know what to believe anymore because I was telling you off camera about how like I've pretty much um lost all hope for being able to rely on our country's CDC and then the WHO
who?
because the WHO is pretty much being run by China.
Oh, oh, yeah.
Yeah, fun
That's a
fact,
whole nother
China
story in
actually
itself.
offers a lot in monetary donations to the WHO.
Mm. So did
I
hold on,
mean, that
didn't
whole thing at the beginning with sorry to cut you off,
uh,
but like at the beginning of the pandemic when both the American CDC and the WHO were telling everybody that masks do not work, they're not going to help you. Please save it for the please don't buy any and the medical professionals need it more than you do.
mm,
And then now they're getting everybody to you know wear masks. They're trying to make the whole world wear masks, and that was a change within less than I want to say a few weeks.
my theory is it's a business. Somebody got to
It
them.
has to be.
Somebody got to them and told them, hey, hey, I'll pay you this much if if you promote masks, and because apparently we invested money in a mask company, or maybe they invested in the mask company themselves. So right now, since masks are mandatory, everybody's gonna buy a mask, and the mask business is gonna blow up.
Yeah, I would consider the vaccine more if there was actually a lot more data and there's actually a lot more proof that it works and is
Really?
actually not dangerous. Because believe it or not, yeah, vaccines are obviously there to save your life, but when done the wrong way, they can be dangerous.
So I mean, about that, about that data, I mean, do we current how secure is that data? That that we currently have, and is there like public access
So,
to it?
so I'm not entirely too sure because there are a lot of corporations that are actually helping out with trying to develop a vaccine. For example, Johnson and Johnson
Yeah.
is one of them. I think they had like a sample size of about 40 to 60,000 people.
Hmm.
Now I can't remember how exactly the vaccine went or what the results are,
That sounds like a very
But
small sample size to me, though.
in a country of 300 million, think about that.
Yeah.
And also the other things you got to think about when it comes to developing like the statistics
Hmm.
for this, like um, like what kind of demographic were these people? What kind of health conditions were they in? These are all factors that factor in to how um, they may react to the vaccine.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's like a limitless amount of variables that needs to be taken into consideration. And what with such what
Oh, lifestyle could possibly be a factor as well.
yeah, like what if I only eat gluten free stuff and
Yeah, and it turns out that people who only eat gluten-free food
mm,
are more likely to die from the vaccine, for example.
yeah, because I don't know, for all you know, gluten might be needed to support the vaccine being stable.
Support the virus or whatever.
Yeah, so I would say I would wait for the first round, but then that $1,500 do seem attractive.
But here's the thing though, is that the first people who are going to get are going to be the people at the front line. It's
Mhm.
going to be the medical workers, and then
Yeah, essential work.
eventually it's going to be first responders. As for which of the first responders, whether that's like your fire department, your local PD, or local EMS, I don't know which one they're gonna do first because, well, they still haven't decided that part. But the one thing that's decided for certain is that healthcare workers will be getting it first. So
Yeah,
we'll see if they become zombies and if we get a zombie outbreak, just like I Am Legend, you know?
yeah. But now it also I just something also just popped in my head. It also didn't say if it would be for because I know there are multiple vaccines coming out. It also didn't say what if it
Done by different companies, by the way.
yeah what if this uh what if this you're only getting 1,500 if you get vaccinated with this brand of vaccine. Would that make even
Yeah.
things more suspicious?
Yeah, and especially like I said, with a bunch of different companies who are working on the vaccine, and you got also different countries
Mhm.
also working on vaccines, in which they have their own pharmaceutical industries working on it. Like,
Yeah,
how are we gonna know which one is going to be the most effective? How do I know that like there's going to be some vaccines that are going to have permanent and serious side effects?
yeah, and that's also like one thing that I heard about the vaccines. Some of the information and results aren't publicly available because they don't want other countries stealing, trying to steal the information. Because there's
Well,
already
yeah, right now there's a huge race for the vaccine because they know that if they become the
Mhm.
successful COVID-19 vaccine providers, they will make bank. They will make a lot of money. At the end of the day, this is about money.
Yep, like how the pharmaceutical industry did it. And far you know,
Hey, sorry to do this in the middle of the live, but I have to go downstairs and help my mom with something. Can you just keep it
okay,
going?
all right, yeah, yeah, I'll
All right,
hold
I'll be
on,
right back.
and we'll jump to the next article when you get back. All right. All right, so everyone who's watching right now, awesome video. All right, sorry for the show, sorry for the show break, but if y'all watching, let me know if y'all are gonna take the. Would y'all be willing to get paid $1,500 to take that vaccine? Spam 1 in the chat. If no, spam 2 in the comments. And Sam, if you're still in there, if you're still watching, put in the comments what you're doing right now. All right.
Sorry about that.
All right. It's all good. All right. Ready for the last article?
Last article. Yeah. Yeah, so everyone, this is a really
hold on.
COVID.
And Cliff. When you were gone, I was asking everyone if they're willing to get paid $1,500 for the comments or not. $1,500 for the vaccines or not. Cliff said he would not. So thanks for that.
I don't blame him.
Yeah. So
there's not enough data, honestly, but I digress.
Of not enough data.
Oh yeah. So everyone, I don't know if you figured it out, but today is a very, very COVID-19 theme, and I know we're literally beating the dead horse with the COVID articles. But you know what? Like a lot of this is really important to to know about, because there's just been a lot of janky and suspicious stuff going on throughout this whole thing, like just related to COVID alone.
Yeah. Oh, Cliff says like Bart and Joe. I do not do vaccines because, like them, when I take the flu, I get the flu. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what the flu shot is. They're injecting you with the flu virus. And for y'all that didn't know, Bart actually got tested positive for COVID.
Yeah, I heard about that. Did he?
Like they had a party, like a Mike Tyson watch party at their place.
Yeah, did he end up asymptomatic at all, or what?
No, it just happened, so they haven't updated anything. Like I watched Tim's podcast yesterday. They actually had to do it on Zoom this time. Tim was at a hotel because Tim was at the at Bart's party, and Tim's wife Chia is pregnant.
Yeah.
So he's quarantining at a hotel right now. JK is on hold right now, so y'all might not be seeing any JK news for a little bit. Any new episodes?
Yeah.
So
the way I see it is that I honestly see COVID-19 potentially becoming more or less similar to the flu.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have several different strains of COVID-19 that are across the world. We'll have vaccines for it, but the problem is that, like the flu, we'll have to predict what strain of COVID-19 is going to occur in which area.
Mm.
And so like flu viruses, they mutate during flu season, so it kind of takes away the effectiveness of flu vaccines. That's why I personally don't take it. I just be careful. I've been more sick on the flu vaccine than anything else, so.
Oh shit. Yeah. I mean, I was this year. Have been planning to get the flu shot, because like I don't want to get the flu and then have a possibility of having COVID on top of it. Or
true.
So like I haven't gotten the flu shot in like 4 years because I never like fought too much of it. The only reason I got it was because they was giving it away free at the university.
Yeah,
So
I could get it. I could have gotten it at my work, but at the same time, I'm like, well, let's take for example this year alone with the four strains of the flu that are uh, between 2020 and 2021.
mhm.
So for the northern hemisphere, there are four different strains of the flu right now, and for all of them, how do I put it? So if there's four of them, and you have to basically come up with a vaccine for one of them,
Mhm.
so that's like a 25% success rate or 75% failure rate if you look at it the other way.
Oh shit! Damn, I didn't know that.
Well, that's depending on like my understanding of it.
Oh,
I
eh,
could be wrong with how I'm interpreting it, but my point is that like every year, doctors or rather the WHO they work on predicting the strain of the flu that's going to be for the next flu season,
yeah.
and then therefore develop a vaccine to accommodate that.
So, man, damn, this
So
whole
that's
time,
the way I don't know. That's the way I see COVID-19.
this whole time, I thought the flu was just the flu, and there wasn't like any other strains of it. But shit. Oh, I mean, I also did just find out that there was an article that came out that said that the flu this year was going to be a lot more lethal than it had been in the past. But it was just
Just
a
keep
headline.
stacking up the bad stuff like into 2021. Just keep doing it.
Then
Um, but anyways, so yeah, this next article that I'm going to talk about is also COVID related, but this is related more towards something a little more suspicious, a little bit more janky.
hmm
So, anyone ever you ever hear of Rebecca Jones?
nope.
So, she is a data scientist who has been working on COVID-19 statistics. She has some social media on yeah, she has a Twitter, and she's also done some showing on cable news. Um, so she was apparently fired by Governor Ron DeSantis in this is all in Florida, by the way.
Okay.
She was fired by Governor Ron DeSantis because she refused to manipulate numbers. She was so listen. She was ordered to manipulate COVID-19 numbers,
You know,
and so
almost
because she
every
kept being
okay. I was gonna say almost every
well,
week.
actually, I'll let you say something after what I'm about to say.
Okay, go ahead.
So because the governor was finding her to be a thorn in her side with how much she's been issuing public warnings on Twitter and on news networks, law enforcement authorities in Tallahassee
Hmm.
raided her home last Monday, and they confiscated her computer, her smartphone, anything that's tech related,
Hmm.
and they even obtained a warrant so that they could take it.
Oh shit! I kind of want to read this warrant now. Is what? Hey, is I'm not sure. Is a warrant public information? I have a couple attorney friends I can ask. But yeah, I'm
Maybe. Supposedly this warrant was a Department of Health complaint.
I don't know. It sounds too fishy to be legit.
Exactly.
You know?
Um, Tree, you have the article I sent you. Can you
Yeah.
bring up the video showing the raid on her home?
All right. Yeah, I was about to say I wish we had a video of what all went on, and then I bring it up. All right, give me a second. All right, all right. Give me a second, guys. Okay. All right. Let me make this full screen.
Unmute it, by the way.
Oh. Shit.
Come outside. Outside.
Who else is in the house, ma'am?
My 2 children and my husband.
Where's your husband at?
Calm down. Calm down.
You want the children down?
Calm them all down.
Mr. Jones, come down the stairs. Now!
Damn. Oh, rude as shit.
Police, come down now.
Search warrant.
Bring your
Come down the
children.
stairs.
My children!
Hang on, let me clear the
He
house.
just pointed a gun at my children!
What the fuck the kid do to him?
Okay, at this time, the 2 minutes is.
All right, yeah,
If you could
that's
please
essentially it.
close the vote and broadcast the results,
Okay, let me pause.
and I will.
Ah,
read the
damn it.
votes aloud
Pause.
for-
Pause. Alright. See, it's videos.
Yeah, supposedly, according to
Go ahead.
so apparently, according to the agents that arrived at her doorstep, she refused to come to the door for 20 minutes and hung up on agents.
Huh.
So,
I mean, I'm guessing they were. I'm gonna assume they were that aggressive because she wasn't compliant. But damn, you shouldn't have pointed a gun at the kid. I'm gonna say that kid was no threat whatsoever to them for them to point a gun at him. So,
well, luckily they were white, I guess, right?
yeah. If they were black. If they were black, that kid would have been the first to go. See, but this is,
And then there would be there would be a shit ton of riots in Tallahassee.
yeah. But all right, but about this data that she had. Why do you think they want that data? What kind of data do you think that they need? They don't want to get out.
So when people work from home,
Mhm.
they have a tendency to when people also work at home, like in addition to like the office and at home,
Yeah.
they're going to tend to bring their work home. So I think potentially there's sensitive information that was on the hardware and tech that she had that she uses for work.
I mean, it is.
So I think as a way to remove the thorn from the side,
Yeah.
that's why the governor sent agents to essentially obtain a warrant and then take her stuff so that then she can be less of a liability.
If it has to go all the way up to the governor to about this, then there must have been something more than just something more sensitive about that data. So
It could be, yeah. There's always a possibility, but
and Cliff says this is the kind of thing our government is doing. Like all people involved as Americans should start paying attention to these kind of things. I totally.
I completely agree.
Yeah, I totally support that statement. But
I completely support that statement, but here's the problem.
Mhm.
There's a crap ton of misinformation and a lot of censorship that is going on right now. Actually, for example, yesterday, so my friend tried sending me something related to the Uyghurs that are in the Chinese concentration camps.
Uh-huh.
he was trying to send that to me, and he couldn't send it for some reason.
Hmm.
So he thought that potentially it was like potential shadow banning, that it was something in Facebook's algorithm that's automatically censoring uh, certain words, certain topics, etc.
Oh, that's why we need to start doing like videos, because text is easier to send. Because all right, a homegirl of mine, she sent me over Facebook this video over in China. Somebody had taken a video with their phone, so all these pigs, they had COVID, right? And they put them all of them in a factory all together. But they're not, they're not disposing of the pigs. They're still gonna kill the pigs and turn them into meat. So she sent me the video. She said, "Watch this before Facebook deletes it." So I watched it, and I watched it, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I came back a couple hours later to try to show somebody else the video, and the video was taken down.
Yeah, basically anything that goes against the extreme left on the political spectrum, if it is anywhere remotely conservative, it automatically gets censored by big tech. We've seen this happen on Facebook. We've seen this happen on Twitter, on YouTube, even more as well.
So see, this is like this might be somewhat related. This is it's kind of also related to a previous article. There's such a theory called technocracy, to where our system and our world is headed. Like rather than our world being run by governments, it's going to be run by corporations, which it kind of
it's already happening.
Yeah, which it kind of already is, because the companies
let's put
are
it this
government.
way. Let's put it this way: the Republicans are Democrats. They're both owned by corporate entities.
Mm-hmm.
They are. How do you think those candidates end up getting so much money? And
yeah, and the thing is, if you're all that money you use to campaign, the policy is you can't use your own money to campaign. That would be illegal. You have to use money of people who donate to you and support you. And guess who supports them? Corporations.
And guess what? They have a shit ton of money.
Yeah. So just to make sure when they get in office that they will vote on statutes and bills in the favor of the corporation that supports them.
I think the most egregious thing right now is the fact that they're using the civil unrest and they're using COVID-19 as a way to take away our freedoms. Because right now we are seeing both our First and Second Amendment dying.
Yeah.
At first, it was like mainly the Second Amendment under attack, and now it's also the First Amendment that's slowly being eroded away.
So, I mean, even pre-pandemic, I kind of saw that going away already, because I had one of my teachers, professors that I'm really really close with. I kind of had a debate with her about, we do have freedom of speech, and then she told me something that she was going through that was a perfect example. This was 2 years ago. The university made a signed contract that she wouldn't speak around campus or in her classes about anything about Palestine, about the situation that was going in Palestine, supporting it or not. So that's her. that was the university taking away her freedom of speech.
Yeah. Palestine's such a dicey subject.
Yeah. So and that's just not just the universities. A lot of other major companies gave that same contract to their employees. So they wouldn't be speaking even they can't even mention anything closely related to or the comp or their employer would may seem like they're supporting Palestine. So an employee is every employee represents their company. They're an extension of the company. So everything you say, everything you do, everything the way you act is affects the image of the company. So that's how like big business sees it. So you can't even scratch your balls without making the company look like they're scratching their balls.
Yeah. There's we got another comment from Cliff.
Oh, Cliff says, one of my favorite saying is from Abraham Lincoln, when, when the law no longer works for the poor, you no longer have a valid law. Yeah, right. Yeah, right now it's not even about laws. It's about everything going on right now. The theme that we've been having throughout the night is it's a lot of it is about business. A lot of it is about big corporations and government getting money behind the scenes.
Yeah, they're profiting off of tragedy like they always do.
Yep.
Hell, even GWAT, the Global War on Terror,
Mhm.
like a bunch of military arms corporations are still making crap ton of money from from Iraq and Afghanistan, for example. Never mind, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, and I also forgot who said it. Like somebody said, in times of war is when the most money is about. Most money can be made because
Actually, sorry, I remember now. I do remember now. So I think I can't remember which Afghani province it is, but there's a certain Afghani province um, that is apparently so rich in lithium, like the stuff that we use to make lithium batteries.
Yeah.
Apparently, the world's biggest deposits are in that region.
Oh, you said they are or they aren't?
They are. They're
Oh.
literally the largest deposit of lithium in the world.
Oh, so they have power. They have power over that. Crickets. Bum. Sorry, everybody. Go on.
No, that was all I had to say about it. I mean, my point is, at the end of the day, is that this is just gonna keep going on until like we can all come together and fight the government over it, because right now the media we're doing exactly what the media wants us to do, which is be divided and fight each other.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we did during the election. That's exactly what we did, during the riots. I think that's exactly what we did with masks. That's exactly what we're doing with vaccines. A country, we're united. Our country united is supposed to be united. It's in our name. We're the United States of America.
Unfortunately, the saying goes is united we stand, divided we fall.
Yeah. And we fallen. So,
or at the very least, we're getting there.
So, and I think let's get to the end. I have a very last question, which do you think 2021 is gonna be better or worse? Are things gonna get better, or are things gonna get worse than 2020? Given everything that everything that you've read up about.
I don't mean to be a pessimist in any way. I am
Oh.
looking at this through realistic lens.
Yeah.
So the way I see it is that 2021 will arguably be a lot worse. Reason being is because we have Biden and we have Trump who are at each other's throats, and they are going to refuse to give up the seat of presidency.
Yeah.
So, which means that the forces that, or the people that support either one of them are also going to be at each other's throats.
And
They're going to be fighting each other because they want to support their guy. Because right now there's just been a lot of the tribalism mindset. It's like, oh, it's my team versus yours.
yeah.
When it's like, no, we should be getting together and make the country better for everyone.
And
We need to be able to listen to each other and hear each other out. We shouldn't be shutting down other people just because they have a different opinion necessarily.
And I'm throwing something out there that's something that people may not know. So let's say the transition does go through, smooth or not, it happens. Biden's in office. The prior president still has the right to attend those meetings that the current president has. So whatever meetings that Biden goes to, Trump has a right to be there in those meetings. So Trump could be in those meetings, fucking shit up during those meetings, and taking information out and twisting it up and stir up the public. And
then arguably Biden could do the same too.
Yeah. Biden could do the same, but I can see Trump doing that. Doing that more, or like having more of a influence. Having more of an influence on his, in his camp, with his followers, because shit. Yes, you've seen, like, I've seen all the things that. Like Trump is a lot more extreme. Has shown to be a lot more extreme than Democrats.
Trump?
No, like
Trump supporters?
Yeah. They've shown to, their actions has shown to be more extreme than Biden supporters. Like, there was the story.
I don't know about you, but I've seen the complete opposite.
No. Well, like, so there was this one story that happened in Texas. These Trumpers, they had pulled up to so there was the van that transports the ballots. These Trumpers had pulled up to that van and started shooting at that van. So the van wouldn't make it to wherever it was headed.
I've never heard about this.
Yeah. It happened like prior to election week. No, or was it like during election week?
Well, I mean, even prior to election week with the mail-in votes and all, like I've heard of a lot of cases where there was a lot of Trump ballots that are supporting Trump.
Yeah.
Just end up in a ditch on the side of the road.
Yeah. And there was a story about like the drop off areas for ballots, like in the bins. those bins were lit on fire, so those ballots were burnt. So
Long story short, it really doesn't
Yeah.
matter at this point who
Yeah.
you're supporting because there's weird shit going on both sides
Yeah.
from what it seems like.
Yeah.
This is a really, really strange election that we've had.
yeah,
And it doesn't help that people also did mail-in votes too.
oh yeah. So
Because a lot of people, I don't know about a lot of people, but I'd say a fair amount of people, like on the first try, didn't even fill it out right. So they couldn't accept the ballots in the first place.
the mail-in ballots, or
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh well, I mean, we thought the election was over. I don't know, but
Well, I mean, we gotta wait till the 14th when somebody gets sworn in. That's sworn in, and then also the electoral college stuff is all counted up. But anyways, we kind of made too much of a tangent here.
Yeah. But all right, I guess Dan, I think that's gonna end us for the year. But I just want to say 2020. Yeah, 2020. I mean, it's been hell. It's been hell everywhere. But there was one good thing that happened. You know, I love JK News. I was able to work. Talk to Joe. Got into 90 DTF. Got into Tell Me the Details. Met a lot of great people in Tell Me the Details. Met Professor Xavier right here. Get to talk with him and have intellectual debates and conversations every week. These times right here is the highlights of my 2020. And if you would have told me at the beginning of the year that I would be doing this every week, I would have slapped you silly and told you that it would probably never be happening. But damn, here I am, loving it, loving these intellectual debates. Yeah.
Talking about the important stuff that no one else wants to talk about, you know?
Yep. Conspiracies, politics that people probably don't want to hear, but we bring you the, our opinions, what we think. Hopefully not getting censored later on, not getting canceled later.
Yeah, right.
Hey, they tried to cancel me earlier this year. It didn't happen.
Honestly, every episode we should just have like a tally counter on the side for every time we say something that could potentially cancel us. Just put one check mark. And then just count out how many check marks do you get by the end of the episode. That seems like a fun game to do.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, cancel culture, like, you can't really say anything at this point in which, like, if it goes against the extreme left's opinion, like, you're going to get canceled no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, I think the way... Also, when people in cancel culture, if you don't say things that that align with their beliefs, that align with their thoughts, all it takes,
I mean,
like one person.
Hell, people would try and cancel us for being just iffy about the vaccine.
Yep. So, but I actually want to hear from them. I actually want to see them in the comments. So if y'all viewers, if y'all are opposed of anything that we say, anything that we have supported, let us know in the comments. But 2020 has been has been shitty. But this has been the highlights of my 2020. Being here, being live with y'all, seeing y'all's comments. Yeah. Cliff. Appreciate all your comments. Cliff, get with me next week, and we'll try to schedule that interview that we've been talking about.
Yeah, like this year has been pretty difficult, I'd say. I'd say next year is going to be even more difficult, which is why I think to close it out, I think we all need to get together and like metaphorically speaking, not physically, because social distancing and all, but
Like all of
um,
us?
we all need to band together. We all need to be.
Unite.
We all need to support each other. These are some difficult times.
Yeah.
We can't have the media. We can't have the media keep interfering in our lives and then having them make us tear at each other's throats.
And
We need more love and respect going around. We need
and
more positivity.
And it all depends on like what media you tune into. The medias, they have opposing views too. The media is split. You got Fox saying one thing, you got CNN saying the opposite thing. So the viewers of those, let's say of those two camps are fighting each other too on the supposed facts and information they're being fed.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said earlier, the tribalism mindset.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's my team versus yours, and it's like, no, you're doing exactly what they want you to do, and they're making money from it too.
Yep. So.
And that's the thing that we shouldn't be doing.
So shit. So I guess we got to come to an end for this year. And my last words for the audience is: try not to turn this into the divided states of America. Let's live up to our name and be united.
Let's take the time to listen to what other people say, be more understanding, and we gotta spread more love around.
Yep.
There's so much hate that gets perpetuated by media.
And on that note, we hope to see y'all next year. Please like, share, tell your friends about us, follow us, subscribe to us. Thank you for y'all for tuning in this year. We love y'all. Hope to see y'all back next year. So, later.
This is my last episode for a while, so I don't know when I'll see you guys again, but hopefully it won't be too long.
Yeah. Yep. And alright. Then ending on a sad note. I'm just gonna click the end live button right now, not cry. I'll save the shit for afterwards.